on, Jack Sauce Eric here. It is day two of the 2024 Bitterpops Advent Calendar. Very excited. Day one was outstanding. That Lost Abbey Mary Taj, their very first American Pale Ale, man, that was a good beer. A day one to remember out of all of these that I've done so far. Let's see what day two is going. I have a feeling every single year Bitterpops has just crushed. Don't get me wrong, but they've expanded and expanded and expanded, did some crazier things. I think this year's just going to blow my mind almost on every single day. So I'm very excited. Let's get into day two. Oh, jeez. Box issues already. You guys really upped your game on the cardboard. Man, this stuff it's good. It's solid. I like good, solid packaging. As a guy that ships as well, I appreciate it. Day two, let's do this thing, man. Oh, that's a funky looking can. Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh, okay, I see the brewery now, but look at it. It's like, if you're my age, man, 2 days in, we're already being nostalgic for 2 days in a row about being old, I guess, midlife crisis or whatever you call it. But it reminds me of the can art itself. It reminds me of that game Twisted Metal. I used to love that game. Very Twisted Metal-esque. If you can see the clown driving around. This is from a brewery called 93 Octane. They're out in St. Charles, Illinois, so the western suburbs of where I live. I've never had anything from them, but I have heard the name. A couple buddies that live out in the burbs have told me you got to try some stuff from 93 Octane. So that's pretty cool. This is the Snickerdoodle, it's called. Snickerdoodle Clown Car. Not seeing what exactly kind of beer it is. Snickerdoodle Clown Car. Okay. It is hard to find something stranger than seeing a clown car pulling up to your house, especially one as crazy as this. That's true. That's true. Overloaded with Snickerdoodle cake vanilla flavors. It's a cream ale. This cream ale is perfect addition to any birthday party or horror movie for that matter. So this is a cream ale. Snickerdoodle and cake. Cream ale. I can see it working. Let's take a look at this thing. I'm very, very intrigued. Just the can art alone. Come on. We're going down again. Ay. The can art alone, man. So 93 Octane. Like I said, I've heard of them. Know nothing about them. So we are going to give this a shot. Cream ales themselves, we've talked about it before. It's an American concoction. Really became a thing in the 1800s. American ale brewers here in the United States were kind of starting to lose the beer war to, I was expecting a much darker beer, but they were starting to lose the beer war to beers being brought over, German lager brewers coming here and bringing their lagering yeast and their lagering process. They started becoming the more popular beers. Ale brewers here in the United States didn't know what to do. So they became pretty inventive actually. Started using ale yeast, but more in a lagering or a lager way. Meaning they didn't necessarily take or lager their yeast or their ales, but they definitely kept them at more of a room temperature. And they lightened it, not using barley, but they would use things like wheat or more prominently corn to kind of give it light, crisp, almost lager-ish flavor. And it was really smart in a sense from a business standpoint too, because you could make a lot more beer in basically 2/3 of the time. Lagers take a long time. It's in cold fermentation. It takes a long time, and granted, it brings out a lot of flavor, but 6 to 8 weeks minimum. This they could do in half the time, so they were producing a lot more and more beer. Cream itself, there's absolutely nothing. I really don't know where to put anything here. There's really nothing about this beer that has anything to do with cream. Where the name comes from, I don't know. Nobody really does. There's people that, have their ideas. The cloudiness is more from unfiltering than it is any sort of lactose or anything making its way into here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cream ale. Jenny Light, one of the best. Genesee makes the best cream ale, and I don't care. It's not up for discussion. It's a classic. Let's take a look at this thing. Snickerdoodle. All right. Oh, yeah. Wow, the baking spices galore. Cream ales are great beers in a sense that if you just make a cream ale, they're very light, unobtrusive beers, wide open for adjuncts. So you're seeing a lot of American brewers now come back to the cream ale style and doing stuff like this. And the adjuncts really just kind of take hold and really, if you say it's going to taste like Snickerdoodle or smell like Snickerdoodle, it's going to smell like Snickerdoodle, and this does. Hello, Jackson. All right. Tons of baking spice, cinnamon, a very almost very yeasty kind of quality, but in like cake yeast. I mean, it says cake on the I'm doing a great job explaining this one. But there's just so much going on in it. Very fascinating. But Snickerdoodle all the way. That beautiful cookie. It's Christmas in a glass, man. Holy cow. Beautiful flavors. Tons of vanilla notes. Cake. Vanilla cake. It's like opening up a box of whatever brand you get from the grocery store. That flavor. Not that it's bad, not that it's artificial. It's just everybody likes box cake. Let's be honest. It's delicious. You know, Mom made it for all our birthdays at some point. And that's what you get. That's the style of vanilla you get. There is kind of a rose water quality to it. Cinnamon and vanilla and baking spice galore. Cool beer. And then that just beautiful kind of, there's really no carbonation to this whatsoever. Has a nice body to it. That's cool. Nice work, 93 Octane. Again, that can art. Twisted metal all the way. Snickerdoodle clown car, guys. We'll see you on day 3. Cheers. I like this one.